Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Twisty Duck here, and today we're gonna be playing some Snowdown, Showdown map, 2v2 type of thing. Alright, so this is the new game mode that they released a few days ago. This is the 2v2 version of the Howl in the Bush, Snowdown, Showdown, whatever that is even called. I'm playing on this Garena Singapore Malaysian servers with my friend Rhodium. I'm playing on this server because I get about 50 ping on here, which is really good, and I'm playing Ezreal. A lot of people might think, why are you playing Ezreal on a all-in 2v2 map? Because I freaking love to play Ezreal. That's the main reason. That's the only reason. I don't know why my friend picked a Thresh, but it actually turns out to be really good that he picked Thresh. No spoilers. But this is a post commentary. This is not a live commentary, so I'm gonna be explaining to you guys about the things that I do, the mess ups that I actually did in game, because I didn't really have an amazing game this game. I messed up on a lot of CS. I missed a lot of opportunities, and we did some pretty cool stuff later on. But alright, so the enemy has a Yasuo and Blitzcrank. Yasuo, I didn't really know how he works because I haven't literally played him at all. I was gonna play him on the PBE to try to make like a champion preview type of video, but then PBE was so laggy and I couldn't really play on there. It's just due to the fact that I've been playing so much on Garena that I'm not even used to like playing on NA anymore. Like, I don't consider myself to be a Platinum 1 support on NA because I'm not really used to the 300 ping that I used to play on NA. A few months ago, rather. You guys probably saw the Ezreal video that I posted a few months ago, but right now what we're trying to do is we're just CSing, and if you guys notice, I actually picked up Boots. The reason why I take Boots instead of Doran's Shield, or Doran's Blade rather, is because Doran's Blade has been... I got hooked up right here, and you know why. I messed up so bad. I should have flashed that, but it only cost me a barrier, so it doesn't really matter much. I actually used my flash later on. But, as I was saying, the reason I don't get a Doran's Blade is because Doran's Blade has been nerfed really hard. I mean, the cost has been reduced to accommodate that, but it only gives you about 8 AD. And I'm not really used to the 8 AD as before to the 10 AD, even though you do get extra AD from your mastery pages. There you go, a really nice flash, but it only gives you about 8 AD and only 3, I believe, HP. In Season 2, if you guys remember, it used to give 3%, and then they changed it to 5, and then it's only 3 HP. It's not really worth getting on this map, because like, you're not gonna be playing really passive, and Doran's Blade is really good if you play passive and stuff like that, but Boots gives me a lot of mobility, especially against melees who have 20 or so base movement speed than ranged carries usually, and it actually helps you kite and keep up your ground against them. And plus, you have the opportunity to carry 4 consumables, which is what I take. I take 3 HP potions and 4 mana potions, which help me a lot to survive the early, well, weakness of Ezreal rather. And the thing about this map is you need a lot of coordination with your support or with your duo player that you're duoing with, because if you're getting pushed by the tower, it's really hard to last it. You need 2 people to actually land the last it on a ranged minion, and I believe it works the same for melee minion, but I'm not exactly too sure. I thought I was gonna get hooked right here, but my friend actually gets hooked. He lands an amazing hook on Blitzcrank, who had to flash thanks to that. But he does run out of mana. I tell him to back right here. I don't know why he's staying. Like, I could have literally stayed in the lane and he could have backed and came back with full HP, but right now we're both just wasting time right now. We don't really have vision on the middle brushes, or rather bushes. I don't know if you guys call it brushes or bushes. I believe it was actually called brushes in the tutorial, but I'm not exactly too sure. But I don't know. Both are literally the same. Here we decide to back, and he just ruins our back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to go for a second and got a message from someone I had to attend really quickly. But this is my 4th time commentating the same exact thing. Apparently what it turns out is I can't commentate for crap if I cut out a commentary right in the middle. And I'm trying to pick up where I left off, which leads to the point where we're talking about Yasuo. And I feel like his tornado actually has a really fast projectile, a bit too fast for any average League of Legends player to react really quickly to. And I'm not exactly sure why Riot's going with these a lot of fast projectiles like Zed's Shadow before. Literally leaves no counterplay at all, but this seems you can have a counterplay where you can dodge it, but you have to be on your toes, or on your keys rather. Fingers should be on your keys to dodge it effectively, or sometimes you might get caught in unexpected situations and you might get ulted by Yasuo. But that's all we're going to talk about Yasuo. We're going to have a fight right here under tower. I thought it was supposed to be a good fight under tower, but Blitzcrank gets bursted down, or rather Thresh gets bursted down by Blitzcrank and Yasuo, and we ended up losing first blood. This is where things start looking grim. They're actually a lead in CS, and I'm trying to keep up with CS, but I'm not exactly doing a great job at CSing because I'm not quite rather familiar with how to CS under tower in this map, because the minions have a completely different amount of HP, or I'm not exactly sure if it's the minions or if it's the towers that do more damage or lesser damage. But Thresh comes back. I believe he got some, I don't even know what items he got. I think he got 80 Thresh and some tankiness with some Dawn's Blades, because we really needed that early tankiness. I really didn't read Dawn's Blade because I feel like Dawn's Blades aren't that good for me because I don't really die much, and I get the 36 HP from my defensive mastery, which is just more than enough for a duel, and plus I have barrier, so it should be fine for me. And here we're just poking out. Like, what you want to do in this 2v2 maps is you want to push as much as possible. Like, if they have a Blitzcrank, of course you're gonna be at a risk of getting caught, but pushing comes with the price of them missing at least 20% of their minions if they're not really good to the point where they can hit. And even if they do focus on last hitting, you can harass the tower or even harass them constantly and try to win your lane. Like, pushing is so good on this game mode. It literally is broken. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that at all, but that's why I pick a lot of AD champions in here, because it's so much easier to last hit. I haven't tried out Ahri. Like, I should probably play some Ahri on here, try to give you guys some opinions on Ahri on this map. She feels like if you're playing Ahri, you want someone to actually CS, because she's not that amazing at CSing. Like, even though you were ranged, your CSing is a bit awkward with the slow auto attack projectile and constant harassment from the enemy laners. My Thresh gets pulled right here, and I'm like, dude, just run. Don't even think about turning back. If you die, the game's over. And luckily, he doesn't die. Like, I was gonna say he dies, but luckily he doesn't die. Things are looking really bad for us. This is where I thought I was gonna lose my 7-1 streak on Howlin' Abyss, and my god, my NA Howlin' Abyss 2v2 is like 3-6. It's so bad. I cannot play on NA anymore, literally. But anyway, I wish I could play on NA with a 50 ping, but I get like 300, so it's not really feasible to play. Thresh is checking the brush. Always good to check the brushes if they're camping, because a lot of cheeses happen on the server, especially on Garena. Like, there are things that you won't expect people to do on NA or EU West that people will do on Garena, even at lower elos. You'd probably expect like a diamond player to do that, or not, rather not, don't even expect it. But there are a lot of cheeses, and the gameplay difference that I've noticed between Garena and NA that I want to talk about is the difference between NA and Garena is people on NA play a lot more passive than people on Garena. People on Garena wouldn't really try to take as much as advantage and as much as towers as they possibly can, but instead they're really safe to the point where they won't get towers, but they're mechanically amazing at the game. Every time you would see a game, people would have really low CS count, but people would have really high kills. People go for kills rather than, let's say, CS. They would play a normal game as you would play an ARAM on North America or EU West, and which in my opinion is actually really good because it improves your mechanics a lot. Because even though if it's a normal game or a ranked game, you're only gonna get better. Your mechanical skill is gonna get better. But although on NA people play a lot more strategically, they try to take advantage. But there are a lot of throws that happen on NA rather than, or a lot more than Garena, I should say. There aren't many throws that I've seen so far in Garena. There are quite a few drastic ones, but you wouldn't see like a 0-5 Vayne that like silent farms until 40 minutes and then solo carries the game, or like a Nasus that does that on Garena a lot. But on Garena there are a lot of champions like Katarina and Kha'Zix. One of the most deadly duos that I've seen so far. AD carries worst nightmare. They do a lot of damage, and if they kill somebody, that's one person that makes a mistake, that means they're gonna do twice as much as damage with their resets together to you. And here, Yasuo and Blitzcrank want to fight us, try to get a really easy kill because he had the blue pot on, but unfortunately for them, our Thresh grabs a really nice hook on Yasuo, and he tries to ult both of them, and we ended up winning. So thanks a lot for watching our 2v2 gameplay. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a rating, and I'll see you next time. Peace.